For 10 years, I thought I had it all. A loving wife, Sarah, 2 amazing kids, and a life we built together from scratch. I was a software engineer, working long hours, but every sacrifice felt worth it for them. Sarah was my high school sweetheart, the person I trusted more than anyone in the world. Our life wasn't perfect, but I believed our love was strong enough to overcome anything. That belief shattered one Tuesday afternoon. And then she said it. I miss you too, Mark. Last night was incredible. I can't wait to see you again, Mark. My best friend, my college roommate, the man who was the best man at our wedding. My first instinct was rage. I wanted to confront them, to scream, to break things. But as the initial shock wore off, a cold, hard clarity took its place. A dramatic confrontation would only make me look like the crazy, jealous husband. Sarah would twist it, play the victim. Mark would deny everything. No, I needed proof. More than that, I needed a plan. They went to the restaurants I loved, stayed in hotels I had recommended, and even used our own home. Reading their messages, where they mocked me, called me clueless and predictable, was like pouring salt on an open wound. But with every piece of evidence, my resolve hardened. He was impressed by the amount of evidence I had gathered. He advised me to keep quiet, to continue playing the part of the oblivious husband while we built an ironclad case. He explained that in our state, infidelity could significantly impact the division of assets and custody arrangements. This was my leverage. The next few months were the hardest of my life. I had to go home every day and look into the eyes of the woman who had betrayed me and pretend everything was normal. I had to smile, make small talk, and even be intimate with her, all while knowing she was counting the minutes until she could be with him. I had to shake Mark's hand at a barbecue, listen to him ask about my work, and act like he was still my best friend. The hypocrisy was suffocating, but I held on to my plan.
Ow.
It was my anchor in a sea of pain. I meticulously documented every asset, every investment, every penny we had. I also put a down payment on a new house, a place for me and the kids, not too far from their school, so their lives would be disrupted as little as possible. I was building a new future while still living in the ruins of my old one. The D-Day was set for our 11th wedding anniversary. Sierra, completely unaware, had been talking about a romantic getaway for weeks. I played along, even suggesting a fancy dinner at our favorite restaurant. The night before, I packed. Not for a trip, but for good. I packed my clothes, my personal belongings, and most importantly, I packed 2 large envelopes. On the morning of our anniversary, I made breakfast, just like I always did. I poured her coffee, smiled, and wished her a happy anniversary. She beamed, talking about our dinner plans. After she left for what she thought was a spa day I had booked for her, my plan went into full motion. I called my parents, who were in on the final phase, and they came over to help me move the last of my things and the kids' belongings into the new house. That evening, Sarah arrived at the restaurant looking stunning. I was already there, waiting. She sat down, smiling, ready for a romantic evening. I didn't smile back. I simply slid one of the large envelopes across the table. She opened it, a confused look on her face. Her face went from confused to pale white. She started to stammer, to deny it, but the proof was undeniable. "How could you?" she whispered, her eyes filling with tears. "Given the circumstances and the evidence, I'm confident I'll be granted full custody. You can fight it, but you will lose, and you'll lose everything." I stood up, leaving her there with the ruins of the life she had destroyed. I didn't look back. Walking out of that restaurant was the single most liberating moment of my life. The pain was still there, a dull ache in my chest, but it was overshadowed by a profound sense of relief. The divorce was brutal, just as my lawyer predicted. Sarah fought, but the evidence was too overwhelming. I got the house, the majority of the assets, and most importantly, full custody of my children. Mark's life imploded too. When his wife found out, she left him, and the scandal cost him his job and his reputation. They destroyed my family, and in the end, they destroyed themselves. It's been 2 years now. Kids and I are settled in our new home. Rebuilding our lives hasn't been easy, but we've done it together. I've focused on being the best father I can be, on creating a stable, loving environment for them. The anger has faded, replaced by a quiet peace. Sometimes I think about Sarah and what she lost. She tried to have it all and ended up with nothing. As for me, I learned a hard lesson about trust and betrayal. But I also learned that I am stronger than I ever thought possible. I lost a wife, but I found myself. Thanks for watching my story. If you've been through something similar, remember you're not alone, and you have the strength to rebuild. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content. See you next time.